Alrighty, hello everybody, this is Green, and I'm bringing you part 5 of my Let's Play Portal 2.
Is looking pretty good. That's right, the facility is completely operational again.
Okay, so this one's real simple. You just put one portal there and one portal here, and then you use these two blocks to redirect these two lasers, and they will all line up, and there you go.
I think these test chambers look even better than they did before. It was easy, really. You just have to look at things objectively, see what you don't need anymore, and trim out the fat.
But the fat is so tasty. If any of y'all are wondering, that's actually what I said is true.
I've got a surprise for you after this next test. Not a fake, tragic surprise like last time. A real surprise with tragic consequences. And real confetti this time. The good stuff.
I like the way your voice sounded last time.
Part of me's going to miss it.
Doing that.
But at the end of the day, it was just taking up space.
Anyway, whenever you're cooking any form of meat, the fat on it is actually what gives it flavor. So you health fanatics should not cut out all of the fat, because then you're cutting out all of the flavor. Button. Oh crap. It's gonna take a while because I turn all the way back over there. Seeing if there's a different spot I could. Oh
What's
crap.
going on? Who turned off the lights?
Oh yeah.
Hey, buddy, I'm speaking in an accent that is beyond her range of hearing.
Look, metal ball, I can hear you.
Run! I don't need to do the voice. Run! Run!
Alright, let's go. Whoa. This way.
Run! Come on!
I like these chase sequences because it's kind of, it's sort of like a parkour type of thing, even though you're not really doing much jumping or anything. And it reminds me of Mirror's Edge, where if you did things right, you would essentially just constantly be moving in one speed as quickly as possible forward.
Here it is. Why don't you
This,
just do it?
if you go over there, she
She
just closes the room. Oh crap.
How stupid does she think we are?
She just closes the room behind you and fills it with noxious or toxic gas, and you die. And yeah, so don't go over
The
there.
irony is you were almost at the last test. Here it is. Why don't you just do it? Trust me, it's an easier way out than whatever asinine plan your friend
Correctly, you
came
want
up
to
with.
be going this way, and you're going to be dropped down to here.
Run, for goodness sake!
Anyway, I guess back to talking about what I was saying with Mirror's Edge is, I liked Mirror's Edge because parkour is fun. I like finding flow in things. That's why I'm a big poi spinner. Turret. Portal. There we go.
You're okay? Great, come on!
I practice a little bit of parkour
This way.
in real life, you know, outside of a video game. And
Go!
you know, it was pretty fun. When I was living with my parents had a pretty large home, and it was on,
There's the exit. We're almost
I think,
down
a
here.
half acre. It was either a third or a half acre of land, so, I mean, running from the street all the way down, well, that was annoying. Anyway, so what I was saying with the parkour is that, it's a pretty big house, and then to get from, like, where our property starts at the road to our back fence where it ends at someone else's property. And I'm using the word property, and usually if someone uses the word property to describe where they live, you kind of picture a large plot of land, but keep in mind this was not a large plot of land. It was either a third or a half acre, and that's not very much. Anyway, but it did take, you know, it is a decent distance from
Brilliant! You made it through. Well done. Okay,
from
follow me.
the
We've still
road
got
to the
work
back
do.
fence, and
Okay.
I had a course that I would run as far as parkour,
Alright, so,
where I
I've
would
got an
start
idea,
at the
but it is
street,
bloody dangerous.
because the property was kind of on a hillside a little bit, slanted from
Oh, for God's sake,
from
they
the
told
street
me
downward
that if
to
I
the
ever
back
turned
of
this
the
flashlight
property,
on, I would
and
die. They told me
I
that
had a
at every
course that I would
not
run
even
starting at
really
the
bother
top
giving me this
by
stuff. They
the
didn't want
mailbox
to
that I would
tell
run
me. Man.
down through the front yard, jump over stuff, go over my
Start
house, yeah, climb up to the top,
They say that the old
run
caretaker
across
of this
the
place went
slanted roof and
absolutely
everything, and then
crazy. Chopped up his entire staff.
get to the other side, jump off and do, you
They
know, like
said
a tuck
night,
roll.
You can still hear the screams of their
Once I hit the
residents.
ground, and then do the
All
same
of them
thing
functionally
later in the yard, because our yard was split
no
by
memory of the incident.
a
Nobody
split
knows
level
what
with railroad ties separating it, and
Though obviously not.
there was a mid-level beneath the
Oh, nicely
first
done.
level of railroad ties, so it wasn't just a straight, like, if I had to say it was probably about a 7-foot drop, and
Quick, this way.
but that 7-foot drop was actually split up into
Here's an interesting story. You might like this.
probably
I
like
almost got a job
well, actually I guess
back in
8-foot, because it was
manufacturing.
pretty even, the
But,
levels, so it was
guess who the
4-foot drop and then
foreman
another
went with?
4-foot
Only
drop,
an
and I would
exact
usually jump from the
duplicate of
top
himself.
over the 4-foot gap and then
Ended up giving me the worst
tuck roll at the bottom of the 8-foot drop, and
sorry, that's no.
so it was fun. I did that a lot.
Just
I always wanted to learn how to flip, but I could never do it. It's also a little bit
This many humans.
tough, really, to.
Can
Where's
you
that
reach that wall back there?
There it is. And it was a little tough because as a child, I tried it, tried doing a front flip and ended up just landing flat on my back. So it's kind of a hindrance to actually do it. I mean, I probably could. It's just getting up the courage and confidence to
Right. Well,
actually
I'm gonna take this route
jump.
down the
Oh
back.
crap! That's interesting. I actually like spiraled. So enough about parkour. I'm just stumbling over my words trying to talk about that stuff. But, well, I guess I was also a little bit of a nature person. Not really nature person as far as, like, fascinated by nature and whatnot. I just always felt close to nature. And I went through a phase where I would go up to the local park, which was about 10% cleared field and playground, and then 90%
Turret redemption lines active. Please
forest.
do not engage with turrets heading towards redemption.
Oh, excuse me.
Turret
And
redemption lines are not
my phase that I went through is I would go up there almost every day. Anyway, I would go up there almost every day and spend hours running around in that forest, and I knew all the trails like the back of my hand. I knew quite a bit of stuff about that forest, and I even made trails at one point. Friends and I made a hut where it was a short, maybe like 4-foot stump of a 4-foot stump where we took a bunch of branches and kind of draped them over it to a dome ceiling-like thing, and eventually because we built it in kind of the end of winter, so it was still no leaves anywhere, and whenever the foliage flourished, then we added leaves to the to the roof. And then a friend and I spent the entire afternoon one day digging out the floor, because without the floor dug out, there was only like 4 foot 4 feet of clearance at the very top of it, and that's not. I mean, the outside was maybe 2 feet or 3 feet. I mean, and so there wasn't very much space on the inside really. But we spent an entire afternoon digging out the floor and
Well done. Follow me. You're gonna
made
love
it tall
this.
enough to where most, unless you were over 6 feet, no, not 6 feet,
Only
unless
the
you're over
turret
7 feet
control
tall,
center. Thank you very
then
much. See that scanner out there? Right? It's deciding
you could
which turrets to
comfortably
keep
stand
and
up
which to toss, and it's using that massive
inside this
turret
hut.
there
So it was really
as a
cool,
template. Now,
and
if
we made a
pull
couple
out the
trails
template
leading to it
turret,
from
it'll
different
shut down the whole
trails.
production line. Right, I'm gonna have to hack the door.
We
so
ventured
can get at it.
beyond
Technical.
park lines
You'll need to
before.
turn around while I do. Turn around.
It was fun.
I'll
I was a pretty big nature boy, and so I would do a lot of running and stuff in the forest too to kind of quote-unquote practice parkour. And one day there was actually
Well, that should do it.
a stupid. There you go.
What do you have there? Oh, brilliant!
Anyway, there was
New template
at one point in this park
If we're lucky,
there
you
was
won't
a
find out
pretty
where
large
it's
gap,
until it's too late. Fantastic. Keep
probably
your eye on the turret line. I'm gonna go hack the
7
door open.
feet, 7 foot wide gap, where for a long time there was a really large log just falling over connecting the gaps, and it was big enough that pretty much anybody of any age could comfortably walk across it as a bridge. Well, this park being big and foresty had the tendency to be a party park sometimes for all the little teenagers, Friday nights and such, and well, one fateful Friday night they thought it was a good idea
So
to
let's go and take care of that neurotoxin generator as well.
set that log on fire.
Bring your daughter
And
to work.
so they
Dave.
basically
That did
burnt
not
it out
end
from
well.
the center, and it collapsed into
And
the
40
creek.
potato batteries.
And luckily it didn't catch a
I mean, I realize
forest
they're
fire,
children,
didn't
but
start a
still,
forest
you know,
fire, but
low-hanging fruit and all that.
we didn't have that bridge anymore, but
I'm pretty sure we're going the
I
right
did
way,
jump the gap a
just to
couple
reassure
times.
you.
That's where I was ultimately leading this story, which is a little sad, but yeah. So, parkour,
Don't worry,
fun,
I'm
try it.
absolutely
Yeah, back to the
guaranteed
game.
100%.
Even though I don't usually talk about the game, because most all of you that are
let's try
possibly watching this, I know a lot of people don't even watch my Let's Plays, don't get a lot of views, like, at all, but, you know, oh well. It gives me an excuse to talk to myself for a while, and I enjoy doing it. So, yeah.
Ha! I knew we were going the right way. This is the neurotoxin generator. Bit bigger than I expected. Not going to be able to just push it over. Have to apply some cleverness. There's some sort of control room up at the top, so let's go and investigate.
Go and investigate we
There's
shall.
handiwork. I shouldn't laugh for you. They do feel pain of a sort of simulated, you know. But easy enough for them, I suppose. I'm afraid the door's locked. Just checked it. No way to hack it as far as I can tell. Mechanism must... Oh, now look at that. That's a big laser. Probably best to ignore it though. Just leave it be. We don't know where those panels it's cutting are going. Could be somewhere important. Although, it does give me an idea. What if we stand here and let the gentle hum of the laser transport us to a state of absolute relaxation?
Forget if I have to just wait for this to open. Probably just wait. Oh
It's
wait,
not much. What are you doing? We don't know what that button. Oh, the door's open. Well done.
button right
Let's see what
there that I was missing.
Good news.
There we go.
You can use this equipment to
Put
shut
a
down
portal
the
there.
neurotoxin.
Come over here.
It is, however, password protected. Do you smell
There we go.
neurotoxin? Hold on, the neurotoxin levels are going down. Hold on, something's wrong. Neurotoxin levels up to 50%. No, it's down. Sorry, my mistake. I meant to say that's
And
it.
last one. There we go.
Neurotoxin at 0%. Yes. Hold on.
We want to be right here, and let us
Warning.
continue.
Neurotoxin pressure dangerously unlethal levels.
At dangerously unlethal levels. Oh no! And we're loading. There's gonna be a little bit of a cutscene. But yeah, we get transported straight to Gladys. And it's not even a
This should
fight.
take us
Just
right to
press a
her. I
button.
can't believe I'm finally doing this. Woo!
a
I knew
little
this would
boring
be
in my
fun.
opinion.
They told me it wasn't fun at
but,
all till they
well.
said not fun at all. And I believed them. I don't know, I was a fool to myself. Oh, but I'm loving this. Way ahead of a time. This place is huge. I'm really seeing
I'll
the
actually
top
probably just
layer.
pause the
It
game
goes down for
and
miles.
end this part
All sealed off
whenever
years ago, of
I
course.
get sucked
We
into
should be getting close.
Gladys's chamber.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on her face.
So,
no neurotoxin,
yeah.
no turrets. She'll never know what hit her. Hold on, because
let's go.
I might not have thought this thing quite completely.
Nope, there you go, Wheelie. Bye-bye.
I'm going the wrong way. Get to her. I'll find you.
Okay. Loading. Loading. Alright, there we go. I guess there's this little spot here. Alright, cool. Excellent. Anyway, this will be the end of part 5 of my Let's Play Portal 2, and I'm Green, so I'll catch you guys next time.